ॐ वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. Arjuna has discovered now the unimaginable glory of Sri Krishna. We are presently seeing that portion of Srimad Bhagavad Geetā in this 11th chapter, where in the 36th verse that we studied last week, Arjuna admits with all honesty, he says, "O Hrishikesha, it is most appropriate. I am no more surprised that the entire universe is in awe about your greatness, your glory." By saying sthani, sthani in English also we say it is in place. And if something is not appropriate, we say it's out of place. It is in place, it is in fitness of things. That jagat praharshyati, the whole world, whole universe, all creation has reason to be joyous. Praharshyati, anurajyate. Once they get even a glimpse of who you are, they get very attached. They get filled with love, devotion towards you. And all the wicked ones, rakshansi, getting afraid, they run in different directions. Disho dravanti. And all the siddha sangaha, that's what verse 36 said. We are presently at this portion where Arjuna comes out in 11 verses, verses 36 through 46. In 11 verses, Arjuna gives expression to all his excitement. Sarve namasyanti cha siddha sangaha. He notices all this in the Vishwarupa that Sri Krishna displayed. Sthane yuktam. Yuktam is the Sanskrit word for what is right. Tava prakirtya tvan mahatmya kirtanena shrutena. By either singing or by hearing someone sing the glory of Sri Krishna, the entire universe praharsham upaiti experiences tremendous happiness. Atava vishaya visheshanam sthaneti, or in the right places. It could be everyone in their appropriate, in their proper places, standing where they belong. They behold your divine glory. Yukto harshadi vishaya bhagavan yataha ishvaraha sarvatma sarvabhuta suhritcha iti. He is in all and he is the well-wisher of all. Tata anuragam upaiti tatcha vishaye iti vyakhyayam. Vyakhyayam. We have to interpret it as, in this matter, everyone gets pretty much attached to the divine. It's only ignorance which keeps us away from the divine. As we get exposed in the right way, we cannot look back. In spirituality, after a certain point, it is certainly a point of no return. You have to go ahead and till you get enlightened, your sadhana, your struggle is bound to continue. Rakshansi bhayavishtrani dishaha dravanti gachanti tachastani. Even that is also understanding. That is also in place. No wonder the sattvic people adore you. The tamasic people run away from you. The rajasic people sometimes this way, sometimes that way. Sarve namasyanti namaskurvanti cha siddha sangaha siddhanam samudaya kapila adina. Kapila Muni and so many other accomplished spiritual practitioners, all of them are full of delight and they do namaskar. Continuing, we see in this 238th class this morning in India, September 24, 2025, Bhagavan is praised by Arjuna, and Arjuna continuing says, Kasmachate nanameran mahatman gariyase brahmanopi adikartre ananta devesha jagannivasa tvamaksharam sat asat tatparanyat. Arjuna asks a question. That's a manner of speaking. Kasmat na nameran. Why would they not bow down before you? Why would they not surrender to you? Why would they not show respect towards you in umpteen ways? By asking why would they not, it is meant, of course, they would, they should, they do. They do bow down. Oh, great one, Mahatman. That's how Arjuna addresses Sri Krishna here. Oh, Mahatman. They salute you and they offer their respect to you who are Gariyan. Gariyase means to someone who is even higher. You have the word Guru in Sanskrit, which means senior, older. Guru can mean, of course, a teacher. Guru is heavy. Guru is great. And Gariyan, if it is feminine, Gariyasi. There is a line from one of the Subhashitas, many of you may know. Janani Janmabhumischa Swargadapi Gariyasi. One's mother and one's motherland are superior even to heaven. Janani Janmabhumischa Swargadapi Gariyasi goes an age-old saying. So Gariyasi, Janani and Janmabhumi are both feminine, Gariyasi. But here Sri Krishna is in a masculine form. Therefore, Gariyan, Gariyasau, Gariyasaha. And the fourth, when you say salutations to Shiva, you have to say Namaha Shivaya. And therefore, this Gariyan becomes Gariyase. Gariyase Brahmanaha api Adikartre. You are higher than all, and you are in fact the originator of Hiranyagarbha. In Vedanta, the entire Sukshma Sharira enlivened by pure consciousness, not just the Upadhi, Upadhi plus Chaitanya, total subtle body. It's like the cosmic mind and a presiding deity who manifests through the cosmic mind. That is Brahma. Somewhere else, the Chaturmukha Brahma, yes, they are not much different. Brahmanaha api adikartre. You were before him and you created him. Ananta, O infinite one, Devesha, O the Lord of all gods, Jagan Nivasa, O one who lives in the entire creation, or this word can be interpreted in Bahurihi style also. One in whom the universe finds its residence. The universe is in God, God is in the universe. Tvam Aksharam, you are imperishable. Sat Asat, you are what we generally regard as something is, and you are what we consider something is not. And really speaking, you are above both concepts of is and is not. Like in the Upanishads, it is said, Anya devatad viditad atho aviditad adhi. Brahman, or the supreme absolute truth, is other than what is known and also other than what is unknown. It is the known, it is the unknown, and it is above the known and the unknown. All this is not to be brushed aside as mere poetry. Each of them can become, in fact, material for your meditation. Sadasat tat param tvam can be a mantra to meditate on. Lord, I know a few things in this world. It is you who are expressing as those things. Lord, I don't know many things in this world. It is you who are those things which I do not know. Lord, really, tat param, tayoho param, you're above both the known and the unknown. Let's see how Bhagavad Pada Sri Shankaracharya throws more light on these pouring in, this pouring in by, or pouring out, you may say, pouring out from Arjuna. कस्माच्च हेतो होते तुभ्यम न नमेर न नमस्कुर्यु हे महात्मन गरित गरीयसे गुरुतराय. So guru means great, heavy. Gurutara is comparative degree. High, higher, and then there is the highest. It would be garishta in this case. Guruhu, gariyan, garishta. Or in feminine, gurvi, gariyasi, garishta. Dirgha. Anyway, gariyase, gurutaraya. क्यों is Hindi? Why? Kasmat. Kasmat nana meran. Why would they not salute? Anybody would. Why would someone not be happy when you speak to him in a pleasant manner? Why would one be not happy when someone is awarded something which is much coveted? Yataha brahmanaha hiranyagarbhasyapi adikarta tvam asi. You are the adikarta means you are the karana. Chaturmukha Brahma, the four-faced Brahma, the creator, who is actually a very exalted Jivatma that plays the role of the creator. Real creator is the supreme Brahman, supreme truth, while the Chaturmukha Brahma is an expression. As you know, from the Nabhi, navel of Mahavishnu, there arises a lotus, and upon that lotus is seated this Chaturmukha Brahma. Or the Vedantic meaning, Brahma means Hiranyagarbha. You are beyond and you are the source of Hiranyagarbha. And Katham Ete Na Namaskuryu. Why and how would they not bow down before you? अतः हर्ष आदीनां नमस्कारस्य च स्थानं त्वम् अर्हः विषयः इत्यर्थः. Bhagavan Bhashyakara Sri Shankaracharya brings the word sthani once more in the commentary on the 37th verse too. Sthani, it is appropriate, it is at the right place. When you are not sure of what you said was appropriate, what you did was appropriate, typically you may ask some elderly person, was I right? Did I speak all right? And if the elderly person, your senior, your mentor, is happy with what you said or did, he would say, yes, perfect. You did a good job. Keep it up. Like that, sthani. Harshadiyam namaskarasya tvam sthanam arha. Namaskarasya sthanam tvam arha. Sthanasya tvam namaskarasya vishayah ityartha. You are the object of so much adoration. Most appropriate. Hey Ananta, hey Ananta, addressing Sri Krishna, Ananta. Ananta, as you know, is one of the topmost names of Mahavishnu. In some simple rituals like Sandhya Vandana or some Purva Bhaga of Puja, you say Achyutaya Nama, Anantaya Nama, Govindaya Nama. Achyuta, Ananta, Govinda are considered the topmost three names of Mahavishnu. Hey Ananta, hey Devesha, the supreme among all God forms. Hey Jagannivasa, as we said already, one in whom the whole Jagat is. Tvam Aksharam, you are the undecaying, imperishable. Yat Param, Yat Tat Param, Vedante Shushruyate. So Akshara, like in Mundakopanishad, is what is to be ultimately known. There is nothing beyond Akshara. Therefore, Angirasa, the Rishi of Mundakopanishad, says to Shaunaka, the learned student, Paravidya is that by which the Akshara is known. Ata para yaya tadaksharam adhigamyate. And then Sadasat. Sat is Vidyamanam, as per our knowledge. Asat is where we think it is not there. Asatcha yatra asmakam nasti iti buddhi. Asmakam buddhi nasti iti. Later we may find out, oh, I never knew it is. It is very much here. In the good old years, I knew a certain lady, oh, not able to remember her name, a Telugu speaking elderly lady. She used to attend some classes and she came to one or two of our camps. Once when with a whole bunch of students, I was at Uttarkashi, Tapovan Kuti. There also she came. And then I got the news, it came in Tapovan Prasad, the magazine of Chinmaya Mission, that this lady of such and such name expired. Let us pray for her. That was her name. And I said, oh, what a wonderful motherly person she was. In every camp, in every program. In fact, she had met me before I went to the US in 93 for the first time. And in US, she met me because her son was in San Jose. And later, after returning in 98, then also she met me once. Then I see Tapovan Prasad. This lady is no more. I felt very sad. And again, some other place, I was holding a spiritual camp. And suddenly she came. I saw her and it was late evening, it was a little dark. and I was perhaps mentally a bit tired. And as I was talking to a few other participants of the camp, this lady walks in. For a moment, I was shaken. I thought, she is dead. Who is this coming here? Even for a moment, I thought, is she a ghost? And then she came and sat near. Namaste, Hari Om, and all that. I looked at her and then I said, Sir, some news in Tapon Prasad. Oh, that is, I know that lady very well. She and I are friends. We have the same name, same surname. I said, oh, now it is clear. Amma, I'm so glad you are still around. Happy to see you in this camp, I said. So for a moment, for a while, about her, I thought she is asat. She doesn't exist. Nasti iti buddhi. And that evening, as she appeared in yet another camp, I said, oh, she is asti. This Amma she exists. So in this world, there are a lot of things about which अस्माकं बुद्धिः नास्ति इति भवति अन्येषु अस्माकं बुद्धिः अस्ति इति भवति but they are all upadhana bhute. Oh, upadhana, sorry, upadhana bhute. Upadhana bhute. Upadha is different from upadhana. Let's see what. Upadha is like how you refer to it, how you name it. A translator in Kannada says, you call certain things it is or it is not in by way of upachara. Upachara also in Hindi too, upchar. I say upachar, upacharya, upachar. It is highly Sanskritized Hindi or other Indian languages. Upachar के लिए ऐसे बोलते हैं. It's a formality. It's the practice. Go deeper, you may find it to be a little different. So upada is upachara rupena. Upadhana bhute sadasati yasya aksharasya. In reality, as I said, if you dig deeper, what you call it is and what you say it is not are all the supreme akshara only. Akshara, the imperishable, the undecaying akshara. Mundakopanishad has a long mantra. यत्तदद्रेश्यमग्राह्यमगोत्रमवर्णमचक्षुश्रोत्रं तदपाणिपादं नित्यं विभुः सूक्ष्मं etc. Long mantra. So much meditation can be done upon it. Whenever you wonder, I don't know how to meditate, one simple way is take a mantra or a shloka which to you means a lot. You have studied it. So the moment you read it, all the significance of that mantra comes to your mind. So reading a shloka, reading a mantra is like opening a box with a key. Just as you see a photograph of someone, many memories come. You read the name of someone somewhere, lot of information about that lady or man come up in your mind. The shlokas and mantras of Gita and Upanishads are like that. If right away you don't get, read a few shlokas of Bhagavad Gita. Maybe the fifth shloka or the sixth shloka speaks to you. You feel, this is a beautiful shloka. Sometimes your mind may go back 20 years, 30 years to the occasion where you had first time heard that shloka. For example, whenever I read in Bhagavad Gita, त्रैगुण्य विषया वेदा निस्त्रैगुण्यो भवार्जुना निर्द्वंद्वो नित्य सत्वस्थो निर्योगक्षेम आत्मवान. Apart from all the meanings and elaborate interpretations I later studied, my mind goes back to those early days of my Vedantic study. Chennai, 1980, December or so. I was so new to all this Vedanta and proper explanations of Bhagavad Geeta. Swami Paramarthananda, who was at that time Brahmachari Paramartha Chaitanya. Like now, those days also, he would have a nice smile, simple person. To a great extent, his influence made me, in 4 years, join the ashram. For I felt, we have to be like this man. So simple, smiling, not worried about money, pleasure, position, fame, name. Even today, though Swami Paramarthananda has a large number of very well-placed students, disciples, devotees, etc., he lives a simple life in Chennai. As I am talking to you today, he perhaps is just 2 kilometers away from me. I am giving this class from Chennai, from Tenampet. He is in, I guess he changed this place, but somewhere, Abhiramapuram. So, I was not familiar with all the technicalities of Gita, and he, in a youth class, somehow he mentioned that shloka. And first half of the shloka says, Nistraigunyo bhavarjuna. Arjuna, go beyond the three gunas. And the second half of the same shloka says, Nitya sattvasto bhava. Be in sattva. So I raised my hand. I had some knowledge of Sanskrit from my high school days. Therefore, I was able to pay attention to the structure of the words. Nistraigunya, beyond three gunas. How can Sri Krishna say in the same shloka, Nitya Sattvastaha, stay in the Sattva? And Paramarthaji asked me, yes, what is your doubt? I said, is it not a contradiction? He says, go beyond the three gunas. And then he says, stay firmly in Sattva. And with the typical smile, he said, please take Nitya Sattvasta as the stepping stone as you practice staying in Sattva, taking a balanced position, not going to extremes, always do things which are well considered, well thought over, and that kind of balanced living, which alas, 99% of people on the earth do not live a balanced life. He said, Nitya Sattvasta is living in a sattvic manner that leads you to Nistraigunya. You will be sucked in as though by the Supreme. You will go beyond the three gunas by staying put in Sattva. I cherish that moment. I caught a bus and went back to the college where I was studying. Rode a bicycle, went to the mess to have my meal, went to my room, so happy that day. Just a little shloka and just a little proper interpretation. Shastradhyayana sometimes fills us with so much joy. If many of you are attending these classes every Tuesday evening or Wednesday morning, that's because you have had glimpses of that inner happiness. With no ice cream in hand, no trophy or award won, nobody standing and praising you. Just by understanding certain beautiful teachings of Bhagavad Gita, you feel so happy. Therefore, it is all akshara, the imperishable, which expresses as such a diversity of things in this universe. Shankaracharya adds, Paramarthatastu, from an absolute point of view, or from the point of view of the supreme truth, Sadasatoho Param Tvamasi. You are param, above Sat and Asat. Elsewhere, Sat itself could mean the Supreme. That's a different story. Sadeva Somya Idamagra Asit. Ekameva Advitiyam, says Uddalaka to Shvetaketu in Chandogya. And at many other places, Sat can mean the Supreme. This is language. How in every language there are words or there are names. Moscow, you say. Generally, it means capital of Russia. But there is a Moscow in America also. And I don't know how many other places there is Moscow. So, Sat elsewhere can mean the ultimate absolute reality. But in this shloka, Sat means what is manifest, what is known, what is regarded as existing, and Asat means what is thought of as not existing. All these are thoughts, and above thoughts is pure consciousness. Yadaksharam Veda Vido Vadanti. Shankaracharya quotes a line from Bhagavad Gita itself, 8th chapter, or originally it is in the Kathopanishad, praising Om, Yama in Kathopanishad, and Sri Krishna in the 8th chapter of Gita calls Om as that supreme truth, Akshara Tattva, seeking which people perform austerities, praising which knowers of Vedas go into raptures. Aksharam Veda Vida Vadanti Yadichanto Brahmacharyam Charanti and Tapaha Charanti, etc. That is the truth. And Yamaraja, Om Ityetat says, Om Ityekaksharam Brahma Vyaharan Ma Manusmaran, says Sri Krishna in the 8th chapter of Gita, which we have covered. That is what made me say it is this expression, Yadaksharam Veda Vido Vadanti, Yadichanto Brahmacharyam Charanti. There's a shloka in the 8th chapter. Tvameva, you alone are that. That supreme truth. Today I am convinced, Sri Krishna, is you. Na anyat iti abhiprayaha. You are nothing less than that, nothing short of that, says Arjuna. Arjuna becomes an inspired poet here. Poetry comes to him. Of course, Vedavyasa finally put it in these shlokas, but material which Vedavyasa got must have been itself very much poetic, making his job easier to put it into verses, versification, as they say. Punarapi stauti. We go now to the next shloka where Arjuna again praises. Punarapi stauti. Stutim karoti. Tvamadidevaha Purusha Puranaha Tvamasya Vishwasya Param Nidhanam Vettasi Vedyancha Parancha Dhama Tvaya Tatam Vishwamanantarupa. Let me tell you, these shlokas can be part of your prayers on occasions, if not every day. You may recite them as you sit in your puja room, especially if you are worshipping Mahavishnu, Rama, or Krishna, or Narasimha, any form of Mahavishnu. You use this as your stotra. Hold your hands. Taking a liberal approach, I would even say use this while doing arati. At the end of your short morning puja, let us say, you have been saying Natatra Surya Bhati or some other, for a change, wave the arati plate with a camphor or with a wick burning through oil. Say this त्वमादिदेव पुरुषः पुराणस्त्वमस्य विश्वस्य परं निधानं वेत्तासि वेद्यं च परं च धाम त्वया ततं विश्वमनन्तरूप. And ring the bell as loudly as possible. All the neighbors should know how religious you are. So, these are wonderful shlokas that lend themselves to many applications. You are the supreme primordial divine being. You are Purusha, Purana Purusha, the ancient being. And you are Vishwasya Param Nidhanam. Nidhana is a synonym of Nidhi. What is Nidhi? Nidhi is where wealth is kept. Wealth itself is Nidhi at places. At other places, Nidhi is where diamonds and rubies and precious stones are all found. In that way, the whole Vishwa is placed as though in God. God is Nidhana. Therefore, we have the word Karuna Nidhana. Karuna Nidhanam also Karuna Nidhi, someone who is a treasure of compassion. Vettasi, you are the knower. Vetta Asi. You are the Vetta, knower, and you are the one to be known. Vedyam, Paranchadhama, you are the supreme abode. Tvaya tatam vishwamanantarupa. Tatam here means pervaded, vyaptam. The Vishwam, the entire universe, is pervaded by you, or you pervade the entire universe. You are everywhere. Anantarupa, and your forms are simply countless. Again, Bhashyakara Shankara comes out with brief comments. Tvam Adidevaha. How do we say you are the primordial being? Jagataha Srashtratvat. Tvam Jagataha Srashta. You are the creator. Jagat Tvaya Srishtam. The universe has been created by you. And Purushaha means Purishayanat. Purana Chirantana. Purusha means Purishayanat. Puri is in the city. Our own heart is sometimes figuratively called a city, or our own body. Navadvare Pure Dehi Naiva Kurvanna Karayan, chapter 5. This body of 9 gates, and in this body or in this city of 9 gates, there lives the resplendent truth, the Supreme Being. Puri Shayanat Purusha. Then the shloka has one more word, Purana. Literally, Purana means most ancient. But Bhashyakara says most ancient. It means it was in the most ancient times, it is now, and it will be forever. Chirantana. Tvameva asya vishwasya param prakrishtam nidhanam. Nidhanam means nidhiyate asmin jagat sarvam. At any time, but especially when pralaya takes place, Maha pralaya adau. When the dissolution of the whole universe happens, where do all things go? All of them as though are placed to be opened, to be taken out again in the next cycle of creation. Mahapralaya Adu. Why Adi? Any other occasion? Well, Vedantically speaking, when you go to sleep, deep sleep, the entire waking world is withdrawn into you. Samashti Pralaya, Vyashti Pralaya, all are talked about. In total point of view or from partial point of view, individual point of view. Kincha Vetta Asi. Vetta, the knower. Vedita is a synonym. Nata, Manta, Chintayita, one who knows, one who thinks of things. Sarvasya eva Vedya Jatasya. Jata means category. Whatever belongs to the category of things to be known, you are the knower over there. You know whatever is to be known. Yacha Vedyam, and you are the utmost, the supreme truth to be known. Vedanarham. Vedyam means Vedanarham Vastu. Vedyam Vastu. Vedanarham Vastu. Tvameva asi. Parancha Dhama, Paramam Padam Vaishnavam. Vettasi Vedyancha Parancha Dhama, Paramam Padam Vaishnavam. Tvaya Tatam Vaishnavam of Vishnu. Vishnu, the word also means all pervasive. Tvaya Tatam Vyaptam Vishwam Samastam He Anantarupa. O one of infinite forms, by you is this universe pervaded. You pervade the universe. Anantarupaha antaha na vidyate tava rupana. Anantarupa Anantanama Adideva Narayana. That is a popular bhajan. Vayuryamognir Varuna Shashankaha Prajapatistam Prapitamahascha Namo Namastestu Sahasra Kratvaha Punascha Bhuyopi Namo Namaste Kincha Vayuhu Tvam Yamaha Tvameva. All these gods, devatas, Vayu, Agni, Indra, Yama, Tvashta, Varuna, we hear of so many divine forms. Agni, Varuna. Who is Varuna? Apampati. Up means water. So Varuna is the god of rains, god of water. Therefore, when there is heavy rain, we say, oh, Varuna is in full expression today. Some newspapers report cancellation, for example, of a cricket match, saying match was cancelled today because of the Varuna's fury. It rained so heavily, the batsmen, the bowlers, the fielders, the cricketers could not walk to the field at all, so heavily raining. Some other place rains could be favorable to you. Then it is called Varunasya Kripa, by Varuna's grace. We got plenty of rains and this is good temperature. So hot, temperature has come down. So Varuna is Apampati, Jalasya Pati, Udakasya Pati, Nirasya Pati. So Apampati Varuna. Shashanka, Chandramaha. Shasha means a rabbit, and as we know, on the moon, it seems as though there is the figure of a rabbit. Shasasya Ankaha Yasmin Saha Shashankaha. Prajapati Kashyapadi. There are many Prajapatis. One of them we hear Daksha Prajapati. I guess Daksha, father of Dakshayani, also held that office. It's like you become a mayor. In Bombay, there used to be, maybe now, I don't know, used to be a position called Sheriff of Bombay. Some very, very eminent citizen would be made. It's more a figurehead. Even the actor Dilip Kumar, I think, was sheriff for some time. Like that. So this Prajapati is a certain position. Of course, once you hold that position, you have to take some responsibility, and before signing papers or before appearing somewhere, you better do some homework, what it is all about. So, but they are not such executive roles. Just as in Indian democracy, the president is to a great extent a figurehead. So sometimes he or she plays a vital role, but otherwise the prime minister does a whole lot, plenty, abundant amount of execution, passing new laws, ensuring law and order, practically responsible for everything. So Kashyapa Adi, Kashyapa and many other Prajapatis, Kashyapadihi. Let me see whether other name. Yeah, Kashyapa, Daksha, and others. From Brahma, Paramatma, who is in the form of Brahma, Marichi and others, and from Marichi, Kashyapa, and from Kashyapa, all the Praja, all other citizens came. Is one version in the Puranas. Anyway, Prapitamahascha, Pitamahasyapi Pita. Chaturmukha Brahma is called many times Pitamaha. And you, O Sri Krishna, you, the Supreme Being, is even like father of the father, father of the grandfather. Pitamaha is grandfather. Pita means Prapitamaha. That is Pitamahasya Pita, Prapitamaha Bhavat. So the shloka itself uses the word. Just as Putra is son, Pautra, then I think there is some word, Praputra or Prapautra. You add one pra, it takes you to one more level further down or further up. Lastly, in this shloka, Punascha anamo dhasra kratvaha. Kratvaha is times, number of times. If you say to somebody, Panchakritvaha namami, I salute you 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kratvaha, like varam. Manasi vichintaya varam varam. Again and again. Dvivaram, Trivaram, Chaturvaram, Panchavaram, Shadvaram means 5 times, 6 times, 4 times, 3 times. Sahasra Kratvaha, 1,000 times. Punascha bhuyopi namo namaste. Namaha, bhuyaha, again. Punaha also means again. And Shankaracharya says, Punascha bhuyopi namaskara kriya vrit kriyabhyam. Namaskara kriya abhyavritti gananam kritva sucha uchyate. Shankaracharya says, this avritti gananam, 1,000 times and so on, such expressions, what they mean is, kritva sucha uchyate. So the such is a certain pratyaya. In Sanskrit, some affixes are added. To the word sahasra, you add kritva. So that kritva is called kritva such. Kritva sucha. By adding this kritva and affix kritva, what is meant is not literally 1,000, but again, again, and again. Countless times. We can't even count. We don't know how many times. But Arjuna is so overwhelmed, as Shankara says, with Shraddha and Bhakti. Shraddha Bhakti Atishayat Aparitosham Atmanaha Darshayati. Paritosha is contentment. But no matter how many times you bow down, you are not content. You want to bow down once more and once more and once again. Aparitosham Atmanaha Darshayati Arjunaha. Let's pause here. And towards the end of his submissions, he in fact seeks forgiveness. He says, I treated you as though you are a common person, but you are extraordinary, you are the supreme. So in 11 verses, this pouring out by Arjuna can also be our prayers when we are also overwhelmed by the glory of the divine and our own immaturity and so on. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.